2.5 milligrams of Zepbound. We have continued this going into week 5. How'd it go? Well, let's get right into it, guys. I'm Cheryl, and this is my channel. We are on week 5. So last Thursday, I think. Last Thursday, I took my 5th shot, and I stuck with the 2.5 for another week. We'll see how things progress and if we're going to stick with 2.5 or if we're going to move on. So I've had a mild headache that I want to say like around 5:30ish, maybe a little earlier, every day kind of comes on, and it's kind of just like right here. It's not migraine-y, it's not like earth-shattering, but it's like this kind of dull. It's a weird headache. Like I can't really describe it. Like it's functional, but it's noticeable. It's weird. It's not jabbing pain. It's not in the back of my neck or anything like that. But as the night goes on, it definitely gets worse. So if it's now after dinner and my husband and I sit down to watch TV, and I'm watching TV for a little bit and then realize I'm not wearing my glasses, I'll put my glasses on, and then it just progressively gets worse, kind of to the point where I'm like, I want to just go to bed. And this has been, I think I mentioned it in last week's video. So it's been, I'm going to say 3 weeks now. It's not every day all the time, but it's several times a week. And, that's kind of been my main side effect. So, knock on wood, I really can't complain if that's the worst of it, and assuming that it eases up over time, I guess, I'm still considering myself very lucky at that point. So yeah, mild headache that comes and goes. I've mentioned on all of my other videos that I'm doing the Benefiber chews, and I am taking magnesium once a day, and then once a day I have in here a package of Drip Drop, which has magnesium in it as well. So getting that magnesium in, guys, for some of the stomach issues, the constipation specifically, seems to be key. And the magnesium has a ton of other benefits, muscular and everything, help with sleeping and all of these things. So I would check out some magnesium if you're just beginning or if you've been having any of these issues with the side effects, specifically being constipation. Sorry, can't talk. So yeah, that's kind of where we are as far as side effects. I would say it's weird because I have more energy, definitely, but I'm also more tired, if that makes any sense. So during the course of the day, I definitely feel better. I have more energy. I come home, I'll do things. Generally, I would come home. So it is 3-ish o'clock right now, a little after. And generally, I would come home from work and I would kind of relax for at least 15 minutes. Usually sit on the couch with a heating pad. My back's bothering me. I would be just, kind of done. Now I will do what I need to do. Generally speaking, I would have done this video at 7 o'clock, but I still have the energy to do it and want to talk to you guys. So that's great. And now I'm planning on making dinner when I'm done with this clip. That wouldn't have been the case in the past. That being said, once I'm kind of done for the day, we've made dinner, we clean up dinner, I've done everything I need to do, gotten everything ready for the next day. Once I sit down, I'm done. And I'm falling asleep on the couch, which is not something I've ever done before. I would never be able to fall asleep with TV, music, lights, anything like that. And now I'm struggling to stay awake, which is weird. And then it gets to the point where sometimes at 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm going to bed. And then once I go to bed, I can't sleep. So sometimes I feel like I'd be better off if I just slept for 20 minutes on the couch. I'd have a cat nap. I'd be good till midnight. But that's something I'm definitely finding. I have more energy. I'm more able to do things here. But then once I hit that wall, that's it. I'm done. And I can very easily just like, once I sit down, I'm like, wow, I'm exhausted. And it just comes on really fast. So again, it could have been worse. These are still very minimal side effects. I feel very lucky, very grateful. So, that's not so bad, I guess, right? Food wise. So Friday night, we went out for dinner and I had cooked all day. So my husband was taking us out and we went to like a pizza restaurant thing that him and my son love. So I decided to be good. Italian is my favorite, and I decided to still be good because Saturday we had a huge birthday party for my brother and Sunday was Easter. So I was like, no, I'm going to be good. I got a grilled chicken Caesar salad. I didn't change the salad. I went with the regular dressing. So the salad came, and it's a huge salad. So I cut up some of the chicken and I kind of separated it onto half the plate, put less than a tablespoon of dressing, much less than a tablespoon of dressing, and I mixed it all up. I had ordered a drink. So I ordered, came in like a regular glass about this big. I ordered Malibu ginger ale with a splash of pineapple juice. This is kind of my go-to. Malibu is my drink, or really Don Q coconut rum is my in-the-house drink. Malibu is normally what they have out at restaurants. So coconut rum, ginger ale, which I know is not good, or some type of juice. So for the summer, I have a whole different routine because I won't drink ginger ale or juice all summer long. I drink carbonated water, flavored water, other stuff that doesn't have as much calories, regardless. So this is what I ordered Friday night. So my drink came, I took a couple of sips, I waited for my dinner because I didn't want to fill up. So very slowly, I'm eating my dinner. And one problem that I always have is my husband is a very fast eater, and it makes me uncomfortable because he's, eaten just about everything, and I've barely had 3 bites. This was before even. This has always been an issue. So I'm trying to eat very slowly, and I'm filling up, and I had drank maybe this much of my drink. So I finished my food, and I'm like, I can't eat anymore. And I hadn't had half of my drink, and I could tell that was kind of what was bothering me. I think the alcohol fills up and sits right there, and that's it. The funny thing was Thursday night, so I work in a school, so we didn't have school Friday. So Thursday night when I came home, I had actually made a drink. Same thing, coconut rum, some diet ginger ale maybe, and a splash of cranberry juice, I believe it was. But I drank it throughout the night. So I probably made that at 5:30. I drank that until 9 o'clock. Like that was kind of my drink for the rest of the night. I didn't continue to drink water. This was dinner, it was over the course of an hour, and I had this drink in front of me and I couldn't get half of it down. When I stopped eating my food, I kind of moved the drink over to my husband and I said, do you want this? I can't drink it. He didn't want it. I took 1 or 2 more sips before we left. Guys, when I tell you I was sick all night, it was about a 25-minute ride home and I was just like, kill me now. It was rough. We got home and I took 2 antacid chews and I went and sat on the couch in the recliner, and it just wasn't going away. About an hour later, I took 2 more. I went to bed, I want to say 9:30, and I didn't sleep all night. My husband got up around 11:30 to go to work, and I want to say I saw 2:30, and I was just, my stomach was killing me. I was nauseous. I had a bucket beside the bed. It was awful. It was really, really awful. Sorry, my throat is dry. I'm drinking diet ginger ale right now because I'm really parched today. And sometimes when my throat's bothering me, I really need that that ginger ale taste. Sometimes one thing just makes you feel better. So Yeah, I'm guessing it was the alcohol, and it really, really did a number on me. So then that made me really think about how the rest of my weekend was going to go. So Saturday we were having this massive party for my brother's, like one of his major milestone birthdays. My sister-in-law was throwing this huge party, over 100 people. I was helping to prepare food. And then, as it turned out, Easter was also going to be at her house. That was pre-planned for other reasons. And I was helping to make food for that as well. So now Friday, I was cooking. Saturday, I was cooking. So in my head, I was very conscious of what I was going to be putting in my mouth. And I made food all day. So I made a buffalo chicken dip. I made 2 sourdough batches of bread for bowls. I made a buffalo chicken dip. I made a pizza dip. I made 200 quesadillas, cheese and chicken. I did crackers, cheese, pepperoni platter. That was all for Saturday. And at the same time, I was making applesauce, cranberry sauce, macaroni and cheese, and stuffing for Sunday. And oh, and there's a pie that I make for Easter, and you can go down. I'll try to link it in the description below. My Easter pie, that was my grandma's recipe that I've been making for over 30 years. And I was making that as well. And it's my favorite dessert. It's cream cheese and heavy cream and pineapple. It's so, so good. Sugar, obviously. And it's absolutely delicious with lady fingers. And I took 1 lick of a beater, and that was it. So that was like my big win. 1 lick of the beater. The whole time for 2 days, I was making all of this food, guys. So this little guy is magic in that way. Is this keeping weight off and keeping food out of my mouth? Absolutely not. But it's helping for sure up here. That's not making me want to do it. So yeah, so that was huge. I was thrilled with that. And then I went to the party and I had maybe 1/4 of a cup of pasta and an eggplant rollatini. And I ate a brownie. That was what I had. I brought my cup with me with water, and that was all I had the entire party. And I even helped clean up and didn't snack along the way or anything. And then Sunday, I had my protein coffee and shake in the morning, was getting everything going around the house all day. And this is normal for me. I'm not doing this because of this. This is just usually how I roll. I was busy. I was doing things all day. I had my protein shake in the morning. And normally I don't even eat breakfast. So I had done that. And then I didn't eat until we went to my sister-in-law's for 3 o'clock. And it was probably 4 o'clock before we ate. And I had a little bit of macaroni and cheese, a little bit of stuffing, a piece of turkey, and maybe a tablespoon of cranberry sauce. And that was all I ate. And then I did have the pie that I'll link below. And my sister-in-law cut the piece, and it was probably like a 2-inch by 2-inch piece. It was definitely too much, and I shouldn't have finished it. But it's once a year, and I wasn't going to bring it home. And I ate more than I probably should have. But within a half an hour, I was okay. So I'm not sad that I did, because I won't have it again. It's not normally, if it was at my house, I would know it was there and I'd be thinking about it in the refrigerator at night, like, oh, that pie's still there. I can't let it go to waste. And I'd be snacking, and I deliberately left it at my sister-in-law's house so that I wouldn't have that problem. But I kind of feel like it wouldn't be, because this is definitely telling the brain nothing at this point. We don't, I'm not thinking about that at night. So that's been huge. There was something else I did eat lunch on Saturday because I knew the party wasn't going to be until 6 o'clock, and I had 2 vegetable spring rolls. And that was my lunch on Saturday. So a couple of things I just wanted to go over really quick. I know I've shared, the magnesium that I take and the drip drop that I've been drinking. And there was, I did do a snack video a couple of videos back that I can put in the description. But just to reiterate really, really quick on that, I'm just going to tell you guys a couple of things that I've been liking and not liking. And, you know, I see a lot of questions in some of the groups asking, you know, what do you eat? What do you, so this was the first one that I bought. This is by Quest, and this is the blueberry muffin. I still have it because it's just not good. It's very, very dense, and it has that protein flavor for sure. The only good part about it is there's almost like, it almost tastes like white chocolate or something in there. Like you get like this kind of like, you bite into something, you're like, oh, that's good. And it's almost like candy-ish, but there's only like one or two. And you can see there's like this white something in here. This one has 180 calories and it's got 20 grams of protein. So, you know, there's that. Definitely not my favorite, but this one is bigger than, you know, a lot of the other ones. Just not my favorite at all. These I bought like a week and a half ago. I was thinking like one night I kind of wanted something sweet. It just all of a sudden, it's like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, oh, I could kind of go for like a cookie. I don't even like cookies that much. So the next time I had gone to the store, I grabbed these. Now again, it's Quest. And these are frosted chocolate cake cookies. They're terrible. They are so bad. You know those cookies where like if you eat a cookie, you like really need a glass of milk? I hate milk. And all I'm like, I feel like I'm gagging on, and it's very, very small cookie. So it's just a small round cookie. It took me 15 minutes to eat the first cookie. It was just that bad. There's nothing. It says soft. It's not soft, but it's not hard. I don't know. It's not good. I have heard people say that the birthday cake one is much better. I'm not typically a big fan of that birthday cake flavor. It's usually way too sweet for me. So not a big fan. But, you know, everybody's different. Maybe somebody would really like it. I did show you guys in my last video, and I don't have any more. I had bought the Kind breakfast bars, and I had bought the banana bread chocolate chip. I believe it was chocolate and banana. And it's 2 Kind bars in a package at 220 calories and 5 grams of protein. So the last time I was at the store, I bought these. These are the peanut butter Kind bars. And the same thing, 220 calories. But there's 2 bars in here. There's 2. And they're a decent size. So sometimes I only eat one. And then I just keep like a Ziploc bag with me. And I'll just put the other one in. And another day I'll have the other one. So, you know, typically I have my coffee with some of my protein shake in it in the morning at home. And then I take the rest of my protein shake with a little bit of coffee in it is the rest of my breakfast. And then sometimes I might have one of these. If I have a late lunch, I might have a whole protein bar. This is another one I had showed you guys before. This is by a company called Elevation. And I believe these are the Aldi brand. These were at Aldi specifically. They had a great selection of stuff, but these are 11 grams of protein and 140 calories. So they are a little smaller, so they're only this big, but these were really good. These were peanut butter fudge crisp, but these I highly recommend. And I showed you guys these before. I have one left, so I'm saving it. Because I don't have an Aldi super close. I'm going to kind of have to like plan it out, you know, to go there specifically. And I'll probably stock up at that point on some of the things that I liked and then maybe try some more. But again, this is this Elevation, and these are white chocolate macadamia nut. These are so good. I love these. I'm obsessed. This is 260 calories. And this is 9 grams of protein. This is a much thicker bar. It's really thick. It's really hearty. It has macadamia nuts. So there's the size on that one. But this is a much thicker bar. I love this one. This is my favorite. Other things I had showed you guys in the past, I pre-package out my pretzels. 10 pretzels, 140 calories. These have the peanut butter in them. Same thing with a 1/4 cup of pistachios. And these little mini yogurt raisins. These only had, what was it, 60 calories, I believe these were. But honestly, guys, I had showed you this before. I was kind of putting all of my stuff in here. A lot of it is still there because, you know, I don't eat it every day. I am struggling, I think, getting 100 grams of protein in. I might have done a little better today. I had the protein shake this morning, so that's 30 grams of protein. I had tuna fish for lunch. I think that was 19 grams of protein, so we're up to about 50. And then I am having chicken for dinner. So, I mean, maybe 70, maybe 80, probably not. I'm having a hard time with that, but I'm not obsessing over that right now. I'm at week 5. One thing at a time. I can't force myself to eat more food. And the app that I'm using, the My Net Diary, it put me in, and my doctor's kind of like, you're fine. Like, she doesn't want me stressing out over every little thing that goes in my mouth and calorie counting and everything else. She's more concerned with side effects, blood panel, making sure, you know, healthy. I'm losing consistently. The app that I used when I put everything in, it gave me 1,083 calories or something a day. And I was like, oh, crap. I'm very rarely over 12 or 1,300 calories. So that I know is a little low, but I'm still in a calorie deficit every day. So usually I have the protein shake with the coffee. I probably end up having at least a half of some type of a bar sometime in the morning. And then I usually have, lately I've been doing like a salad, either a chicken salad or today it was tuna salad, homemade, in a half a Joseph's pita. I'm full. I do have protein chips in my bag, and I usually have some type of a fruit. Like I think I've had a clementine in there for a week and a half, 2 weeks now. That probably needs to get thrown out. But I'm not hungry, so I'm not eating more than that. So basically I'm eating the protein. I am having the carb in there because I ate lettuce wraps for the first 2 weeks, and then I kind of got sick of it. So now I've been all of last week, and now I'm started this week with the pita bread, and then I'll probably get sick of that and switch to something else. And a lot of chicken for dinner. I'm not a big beef eater anyway. Tonight, my husband's having pork. I don't eat pork at all. So my son and I are having chicken. But that's the other thing. I don't change the menu because I don't want to be the rest of my life making grilled chicken and grilled fish. And I want to eat what everybody else is eating. Honestly, mostly because I'm lazy. Like, I don't want to make 3 meals. My son is a little picky. I'll eat what he eats. My husband wants something different. I make him his dinner. So my husband's having pork and potatoes and a vegetable. My son and I are having, because my husband doesn't like it, butter chicken. My little guy loves butter chicken. We were at a resort in Walt Disney World last year. He tried it. He absolutely loved it. For a picky eater, I was like, that's a different dish. But if you're going to eat it, I will make it for you. So, you know, once a month, once every 6 weeks, I will make him butter chicken. But it's not that bad. Like, I did the calories out today. It's still only going to be like 300 calories. And then I'll add some rice to it. So it'll be like another 100 whatever calories. But my dinner will still be under 400 or 500 calories, depending on, you know, how much I portion out. I'll check that all later. But I'm still eating what I would normally eat. I'm just eating way less of it. You know, I never have a second helping of anything. I barely can finish a first helping. And my helping is, you know, more like this, where it used to be like this, a whole plate. So I'm trying hard not to do that unless everybody else is having something that they wanted that I know is super unhealthy, or if I'm craving fish, I'm the only one, me and my older son are the only ones who eat fish. He's not home for dinner very often. I'll make fish if he's going to be home and he's requested it, because I'm not going to make fish just for myself. It's, you know, it's mom life, right? So yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm reiterating that I'm not changing up all of those things because I want it to be sustainable in the end, right? I want to be able to live my life and I want to be able to learn how to do these things. And I have definitely been learning portion control, big time. So I am a little interested to see, like, if I went on vacation and I didn't take the medicine for that week, if I'd still be able to control my portions. Maybe that'll be a good test. Would I still be able to control my portions on my own, so that I know what's going to happen if I can't stay on this forever? Because right now I am covered through insurance, but I'm only covered until August. I don't know what's going to happen after that. And I cannot afford to pay out of pocket. I work for public school system. That's not an option. Luckily, I do have good insurance that is covering me at a $30 copay right now, as long as I can continue to find it. So yeah, we'll see. Again, drop those comments down below and we'll see you in a couple days. Okay, everybody. So it is Wednesday evening. So we have officially completed week 5. So, I want to say it was February 19th, was first shot. So tomorrow morning will be shot 6 and I will continue with 2.5. So my game plan for right now would be tomorrow, because I've moved now to Thursday. Tomorrow will be shot number 6 of 2.5. And then I'm thinking what I'm going to do next week is that will be either the 11th or the 12th. I'm going to kind of have to see how it goes, because today especially, I definitely, not that I'm hungrier, but I kind of want more, like, when I see it. So I'm not sitting thinking like, oh, I don't have the food noise per se, but I can eat more, if that makes sense. So, definitely there's that hunger suppression where I'm eating smaller portions. And then when I'm getting to the end of the week, so this morning I had, for dinner, I made grilled chicken and I made a salad, and then I had leftover mac and cheese that I made for Easter, and I had kept a portion of it for my son and his girlfriend. So I had heated that up for dinner, and then it was on the table, and I was like, that does kind of look good. So I had like maybe a tablespoon or 2 of it. So it still was, I'm able to control what I'm doing, but I think the beginning of the week, I would have been like, oh no, I'm good with chicken and salad. Which brings me to another thing. So I know I had mentioned about last Friday and having the Caesar salad and really just not feeling well and assuming it was the alcohol. Has anybody else experienced stomach pains with salad specifically? Because I made a salad tonight, and it's funny because now I'm thinking about it. So I had a Caesar salad on Friday, and tonight I made a salad, and it was kind of like 3/4 romaine and maybe like a quarter iceberg with cucumbers. I don't like tomatoes. My husband's on the side. And I had the Caesar salad on Friday, which, as you know, would be romaine. So I'm kind of wondering if it was something more. I'm not sick like I was, but my stomach, and it was pretty immediate, like within 15 minutes. We were cleaning up dinner, and I was like, oh, my stomach's kind of bothering me. And I already took 2 antacids. So I'm wondering if that roughage is bothering my stomach somehow. So I'm curious if anybody else has experienced any type of stomach issues with any specific vegetables, because I know asparagus definitely bothered me a couple of weeks ago. So I'm just wondering if maybe it's the lettuce, which would kind of stink because obviously I want to put as much salad in there. But it was romaine both times, which is interesting. So yeah, that brings us, to the end of the week here. Even though it's Wednesday night, this is the end of my week as far as my shot. So tomorrow is shot day, and we are officially down 16 pounds, which I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping for more, but I also know that that is good. That's, 3 pounds a week. The beginning of the shot, obviously with water weight, there was more, so it hasn't always been 3 pounds, but on the average 3 pounds. So 2 to 2.5, I think, is more where we are. Which again, I wish it was more, but I also know that slow is better and slow will stay off longer and all of those things. So I had posted a live 2 nights ago with a question that I had in there. So if you want to go back and look at that live, I'm curious if anyone has gone on vacation recently or is planning a vacation and what you're planning on doing. So currently, in case I haven't said it in this video, I am taking Zepbound 2.5 milligrams. Next week, April 11th or 12th, I will move up to 5 milligrams. I have a vacation planned in July. And if you go back to that video, like I said, it's a live, and it says Zepbound and vacationing, I think. It tells you all about the vacation and, like, what the plans are. But I'm curious what people are doing, thinking, whatever the case may be. So if you have gone on vacation, if you're going on vacation, if you're trying to decide what you're doing, if you already know what you're doing as far as your shot, I'm considering stopping the shot for the week. But if you go and watch that video, it'll explain why. But I am curious if anybody has any comments about that. I'm looking for feedback and opinions and all of that. I know I said this, I think, in last week's video, but I just have to show you. This is so strange that my wedding ring is very loose in the evening, but then in the morning it's kind of normal. And I would think it would be the opposite. I would think, like, as I eat throughout the day, I don't wear it to bed because I have scratched my face in the past. So I usually take it off before I go to bed. But I would think that my fingers would be more swollen sleeping. But I mean, throughout, like, the day, eating and retaining, I'm sorry, I'm like a mess today, retaining, salt and all types of stuff like that, I would think it would be a little tighter at the end of the day. But about this time, 6:30, 7:30 at night, it is so loose. Like, I can actually take it off just by doing that. So, yeah, small victories, right? But this is going to be a pain in the butt because I did have to size it a few years ago up because it wasn't fitting me properly. Actually, I only sized one. If you can't really see it, but my engagement ring is actually bigger because I couldn't keep them on. So that's a pain because I don't want to resize them again because it's going to weaken the metal because I've already sized them once and had to go up. So I don't know what I'm going to do there, but that's a next week, next month problem. It's not so bad yet. And I do have another ring, not that anybody cares or asked, but my husband had bought me another ring a few years ago that I was wearing instead of my bridal set. And I had to stop wearing that because it got too small. So maybe I will switch. We'll see. Tune in. So yeah, I think we're going to end it there. That was our small week in review, things that I like to eat, things that I've been eating. If you have any questions or comments, I would love to see them. I thank you all so much for all of the wonderful comments that have been coming in recently. It's awesome to see the interaction. It really has brought me a lot of joy during the day. So I really appreciate it and keep them coming. If you are new here, I would love it if you would subscribe and stick around for the continuation of this journey that several of us are on. And yeah, if there's any questions, drop them below. and we will see you guys maybe next week, maybe before. I have a couple of thoughts for some different videos that I've been toying around with. So we will see. If not in the next couple of days, then definitely by next Wednesday or Thursday for our weekly check-in. Thank you all so much for being here. Love you all. Everybody have a wonderful week. Take care.